Hello and welcome back to the Bump Out Podcast. My name is Hayden Short and I'm joined by my best mate, Adrian Messner. How was your weekend, Mess?
My weekend was good, bro. Actually, I'd just like to start by saying what a pleasure it is here to be here today. As always, starting it with a bit of a fuck up, as we do.
Good.
It's exactly what the Bump Out Podcast is, mate. It's just quality from the get-go.
It is.
From the get-go. Mate, my weekend was pretty good. Pretty chill one, actually.
Nice.
No netball this week for all our netball analyst fans.
Yeah, all the enthusiasts.
Exactly. So
Why not?
instead we hit up some
happened?
sales at Kathmandu.
What happened? Why did they not play?
Not enough players. Had a fair few pull out. They were going to be one short.
Should have shaved the beard.
I've been saying for weeks, get me a dress. I'm ready.
For KO weeks.
I'm ready.
So you went to Kathmandu.
Went to
Sales.
Kathmandu, sales, yeah.
How'd you go?
Really good. Really good.
Good stuff?
Prepping for Canada. Prepping for Canada.
Nice.
Really expensive stuff down to good prices. So
Yeah. Shout out.
highly recommend. How was your weekend, bro?
Good. A lot of work, but a lot of fun. Heaps of fun. Had a wedding on Friday. Shout out to Dion and Daniel.
That's right.
Thomas and Sally were there.
In the Valley of Hunter.
Mum and Dad.
Mum and dad.
Mum and Dad.
Sorry, following.
Tom and Sally.
I was like, why was your mum and dad at Dion's wedding? Okay, following. Yep.
Yeah, DJ and MC there, which was nice.
Yep.
And then 21st birthday around the corner, which we won't tell the area. I'm
Yep.
learning.
Around the birthday.
And then New South Wales Swifts yesterday.
Swifties.
And the members function.
So did you say New South Wales?
Yes.
It's Omens, isn't it?
Or it was
Omens.
actually good. They came back.
Ah, yes.
Did a Broncos. Came back from 9 down, 52 all, third quarter, pumped them by 9.
Got them by 9 in the end.
Down by 12 at one stage. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you know
12's a lot,
in
bro.
netball, exactly right.
12's a lot.
In netball, you can come back.
Even in Div 4.
Tell the girls you can
Opens.
come back. It doesn't matter who you are. You just gotta stay together as a team. There was one point where post member function, the Bryony, shout out the coach, got up and said there was one point there in the third quarter where I just got him to look up at the crowd and said, "Look, they're here for you. This is your Red Sea." And they got G'd up and they won by 9.
That's
next quarter.
hectic.
It was mad. And
That's
listening to
hectic.
that, I was like, "Yeah,
Come
we're
back
on."
from 12 and then win by 9.
Yeah.
Bro, that's a significant difference in
It
the
is.
the last 2 quarters.
Hence why last game this week into finals, leading the comp.
yeah.
Leading the comp, and we're going to have a home game and I'm going to be
Primed.
there. So come down to the games. Say
Primed.
hello if you're listening.
I'd love to go, actually. Considering I've never seen a professional
I
netball
may be able to
game.
get us some tickets.
Sneaky.
Yeah, I can, which I know I can.
I know
They
I
told
definitely
me
can.
last week.
Beautiful.
They
I'm in.
They told me last week if you want to go and you want to get your wife to come down, let us know.
When
And I was like,
when is
well,
it? This week coming?
5th of July is one of them, and I'm working. So
Okay.
someone else is filling in for me. But the week after that, the week of my 30th, actually.
Okay, I was going to say we may be busy at your 30th birthday.
Maybe I'll give it a miss.
Maybe we'll
My
give it a
30th.
miss. Your 30th.
My
Obviously.
30th. You could DJ and
I'm
work it
sure
out.
I'd be there.
Couldn't you?
Yeah, I could.
Something we're doing that's fun for the listeners. It won't be fun for them because they're not there. But
Yep.
crossword at my birthday.
A crossword.
So we've come up with 30 questions, and you do a crossword. Everyone can come in. It's pretty. I think you'll get probably 27 straight away.
So,
There's 3 that would challenge you.
so 30. Is it all about Hayden?
Yeah. To Hayden and Tara mixed. To 3 of
Is
Tara.
it Tara's 30th
Hayden,
birthday?
3 and Tara.
Nah.
Hayden and Tara, 3.
Nah.
Just about little things like where do we go on our first holiday, just things like that.
Oh,
And
sorry.
then-
I didn't realize it was Hayden and Tara's 30th.
No, but little things.
Nah.
It's still me.
Nah.
Well, she's
off
my
it.
wife now. So.
Off it. Off it.
She's my wife now, so it's
Nah,
it has to
that's
be
all
in.
good.
And then little things. What else have we got?
Tell you what, if
something
you and
easy.
if you and Tara get a question and there isn't a question about me and you, someone's storming out.
No, I don't think
and
there's
it's
a
this
question
guy.
about me and you.
Well-
I was gonna actually do. Yeah, but you're
What's
all,
the
you're all
podcast?
there.
What's the podcast name?
Oh, yeah, that's in there. With you
What's
are in there.
Hayden's
Sorry,
podcast
you are
name?
in there.
Yes.
And it's with Adrian too. It actually
Yes.
says your name on there.
yes.
Yeah, it does.
That's
I didn't
hectic.
even think about. There's obviously
Winning.
Who does he support? Broncos.
I'm gonna write.
You have
Bulldogs.
to do that to get the name to get the name in, to get the words in, to fill out the rest, because there's some hard ones. So it's really cool how it works out.
I can already. I'm looking into the future. I'm gonna be maybe 2 or 3 scotches in, just getting the feel of things. And I'm gonna be yelling at you across the room. Hayden, Bulldogs doesn't fit in who you support. What's going on? And then everyone will be like, "Look at this dickhead,
This is the funniest thing ever. Look at him go, and your dad's
So
gonna be
funny.
like, "Just shut up."
embarrassing everyone once again." Once again.
If you haven't already, please follow us on Instagram and TikTok at bumpout.podcast. I also looked up our YouTube is the same thing, bumpout.podcast.
Beautiful.
Or you
There
can
go.
just look up Bump Out Podcast. Shout out to Dad, said we come up. We're one of the first ones when that comes up now. So just because all the subscribers we have and all the listenership.
it's just sort of
Over 40,000 listens now, or views, sorry, on YouTube.
we are just
overall.
flying, mate.
I think so.
Absolutely flying.
Like us on Facebook, Bump Out Podcast, subscribe on YouTube. Full episode will be uploaded today to our YouTube channel. And of course, people actually listening, feel free to leave us a 5-star rating on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. People are listening. They're doing it.
People are listening.
I really appreciate you. If you have left one or if you want to leave one, go on your partner's account, click 5 stars.
Partner. If you don't have a partner,
submit.
friend.
That's it. Yeah.
Make a burner.
Parent.
I don't know. Do whatever you want.
Boyfriend, girlfriend.
Whatever you want.
Their brother and sister. Look,
Their
it
brother
just
and
keeps
sister,
going.
Just really, it's marketing, you know? It's marketing. Market for us, please.
Exactly.
Please.
First game of the week, Mez, round 16. Canberra Raiders defeated the West Tigers 16-12.
They sure did, Hayden.
Yeah, this game, it was a weekend where the big dogs finally showed a bit of humanity and vulnerability, I think.
I think
Warriors,
so too. Sort of come back to the pack a little
Sharks, Canberra.
bit. We are
Titans.
teetering on that. Titans, the big dogs. You mean Parramatta? Jeez. They say that about Parramatta.
Big dogs, yeah.
Mates, we are sort of teetering on that middle point of the year. So I think you're going to find some teams are going to start to lapse. You looked at, a couple of teams, like you just mentioned. Raiders, Warriors,
Yep.
Sharks.
Yeah, Canberra very
Broncos.
lucky to hold on to this one. Ooh, exactly. 46 missed tackles just isn't good enough for a Ricky Stewart coach side.
Definitely not.
I made sure to watch the press conference as well because it's a weird one where I thought,
Yep.
only game on Friday, I won $91 cheering off $10.
Oh, actually, is this the one I won 100? No, I won 100 Saturday.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah, just winning.
Sorry.
Shout out betting companies.
Exactly.
But Ricky Stewart did say it was just a hard-fought win
Yeah.
and we're happy we got it. So I was like, oh, really? I thought he'd come out and get angry. But he said something he made a point to say, Tigers' attack is one of the best. He said when they're attacking, they got a lot of points in them.
Oh, yeah.
I think they had like 30 play the balls in the Raiders' red zone though.
Yeah. Westpac red zone.
So
Look,
to not score points, it was great resolve.
Again,
defensive resolve.
they aren't the most structured, but like when they have some ad-lib play,
Yeah.
they're really good.
Good luck.
They're really good. But then again, I think the Raiders did a pretty good job in sort of snuffing them out most of the time. Most of the time. I thought that they tore up the Tigers' right edge way too easily at the start. So that was Seb Chris on the left.
Yep.
Really good performance from him. I'm pretty high on him this year. I think he's been quite consistent. Consistency has been one of his biggest issues. And I think him this year, I think it's just that left edge is just forming quite nicely.
Yeah. He won that. He wasn't locked in for that spot, was he?
Definitely not.
No. They were tinkering with maybe Strange there,
Yeah.
maybe Hopper Whitey there.
Hopawati, yeah. I mean, a couple of injuries as well. Tamale now out
Yeah.
for the season. Jed Stewart, decent debut.
Did well.
Yeah.
Scored his try, backed up, was where he needed to be at
Did
the right
enough.
time.
Did enough without being terrific.
So Canberra, 8 less sets, less possession, 32 completed sets each, 3.5 minutes less with the ball. All stats lead to a Tigers victory. Canberra still win.
Yeah.
That's probably why Ricky goes, we got away with it. Let's just move on.
Well, it was 16-0 after 25 minutes, mate. I thought, here we go. That's it. Game over. They're just going to roll with it. Tigers did well to fucking push back.
Same as the Broncos game.
Yeah. Well, Broncos were obviously a bit later.
Yeah, even worse.
Even worse or even better.
Don't know.
Well, it depends how you look at it, mate.
Worst first half.
Yeah,
Optimistic
glass
second
half
half.
full or glass half empty, mate? Come on.
Glass half full.
Half full.
Half full.
Half full. Even half full for both of these teams, I think.
I think so too, yeah.
I think, they didn't control possession as well. Like that, then the field position as well. Yeah, their right edge defense, I think it's a bit susceptible to a short ball for the Raiders I'm talking about.
Okay.
So that was Luai on the left hitting Samuela Fainu, even Latu.
Yeah.
Latu Fainu, that's the biggest takeaway, I think, for the Tigers themselves. I think it's time for him to get that 6 role. I think it's...
Because he was on the bench, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Heath Mason started?
So he came on, he played middle for a bit, and then I think with about 30 to go, Heath Mason dropped off and he went to 5'8". I think they look better. I think it's going to free up Luai a little bit more. So it's going to allow Luai to play a little bit wider as well, a bit more natural for him. Latu through the middle. I still think they need someone in the middle, whether it's Latu. If they continue what they're doing at the moment, it'll be Latu through the middle who creates that space. But then again, I just think they need Jack Bird in the middle. I like him at 13, playing a little bit of ball playing.
That's what I was going to say. Who was their 13? 12?
12. 12 was, I think he come off with a knock as well. HIA.
Yeah.
It was a real odd game, to be honest with you.
Weird start.
It was a weird
start to the week. This is when I thought, Broncos might get up here.
It was
Just
upset
thinking
week again.
it's getting there. And then we had Panthers.
Could you keep an eye on your tips this week? How'd you go?
I would have let me just run through it quickly. I would have went Canberra, Warriors, so that's 1. Would have went Dolphins, Storm, Broncos. So I'll get the Broncos because no one would have chosen them.
Yeah.
Roosters or Cowboys? Did we go Roosters? We went
We went
Cowboys.
Cows.
We went Cows into Gold Coast. 3 or 4, I think.
I'll give you the hot tip, bruv. I got 2. 2. 2.
On your tips that go online and you
On
put
my
them on
tips
YouTube?
yeah. Yeah, bro.
Someone did say subscribed and put their tips. Dolphins 13+, they said.
Well,
How'd that go?
not great.
I
Not
don't think
too
they
great.
actually got any of them.
No.
Their tips. We should comment on theirs.
There
Hey, how'd you go?
How'd you go?
How'd you go?
Accountability, mate.
Although they
Accountability.
don't really shit on you as much as I thought they would.
No.
They like accountability. People
Everyone's-
like it.
I think everyone's appreciating the, I suppose,
Up and downness.
the up and downness. And you know what? You're a bit vulnerable putting your tips out there for everybody
like
to listen
it.
to.
I agree.
And I also put them out on Wednesday. Like,
It's
a
early.
lot changes from Wednesday to Friday
it's
as well.
early. It's
Like,
real early.
I backflip on nearly every tip by Friday. So who knows, mate? What I post, honestly,
do.
I literally sit here. We sit here on Monday. What do we do? Monday, maybe
Yeah.
roughly 6 o'clock. Then I look at it again Tuesday, maybe Wednesday when I write the little script thing that I do. I do the video and then the next day I'm going, what am I doing? What am I doing?
Completely wrong.
It's completely wrong every week. Every week.
Hey, are we in Pilates tomorrow?
We are in Pilates. I'm in. Are you?
Yeah, I am. I think.
I'm in for the next 3 or 4
Pretty
weeks.
sure I am. I just wasn't sure. I just felt really small in this shirt. I thought I want to go to gym.
Yeah, just really small in this shirt.
That's
do you
good.
reckon?
That's did we get you a small? Did we?
This is yours. Extra small. Pull it out of your cupboard right there. What do we say, bro? What do we-
Anything else?
I think for the Tigers,
Yeah.
I think their left edge really starting to hit their strides, which is Luai's side.
Yeah.
So he hit multiple guys on the short ball, like I said to you. I think he hit Buller and he had Dewey on one actually.
Yes.
Dewey
He
was
did. It was a really good one. Do you think Dewey's really? Is he a left centre? Is he a centre?
No.
Could you go him, beef him up, put him in 13?
That was going to be my suggestion next. If Latu gets a 6, or you just start playing Latu at 13 and put Dewey in at 6.
Well, they've re-signed Mason, so well done to congrats to him.
But what is
What's
he? Isn't
he?
he a fullback?
What's he?
Fullback 14 maybe?
So where does Buller go then? If he could you go Buller on the wing?
Just big enough.
He's a gun.
But his support
He's
plays
good
the
in
best.
air.
But his support
But you can
plays the
still
best
come
asset.
in. He's barely coming. Like
Yeah, but
could you
who's going to do that, bro?
Yeah, true. They're not Roosters.
Like, think of Hammer in Origin.
Buller on the centres.
Buller in the centres.
Good feet, 1-on-1.
And
He's
I think he
always
needs
there.
another
He's good in the air.
5-10 kilos, something like that. But
Yeah, I'd
He
like
can
to see his
definitely-
1-on-1 tackle.
I'd like to see
Percentage?
if he runs a hole. How can he run a hole? I
Yeah,
love a
he
good
might
hole
get
running centre.
smashed. Yeah, it's good. If you're going to go Mason, because Mason's done well at fullback
Yeah.
at times. We're going
At
to get to
times,
another guy who
when needed.
impressed me. I don't know.
I think
I like it. I like what they're doing.
maybe Dewey at 13.
I think who got the run? Was it Latu who got that run away and then went to Twal on his right?
Yes.
And had speedsters on the inside?
Yeah.
Yeah. If he goes inside, changes the game because they just roll. But he
No, I
went
think
to
it might have
Twal.
been Dewey, actually.
Was
when
it,
he hit that
and
hole.
he went right.
Or Samuela. It was either
There were
Samuela
so
or
many
Dewey.
line breaks. That's
Yeah.
what I was saying. I don't know how they conceded 12 points.
But that must be the Raiders just like looking at the back to look,
Yeah.
what's happening there?
Yeah.
And they hit a little bit of variation as well. Luai to back up 2 days after Origin
Well
as well.
done. Yeah. Played
Very
well,
well done.
too. I think he played well enough.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
don't know. He doesn't really stand out for me in this side.
He doesn't. He doesn't.
Is that
then
what he's
again-
brought in for? Or?
He almost scored a try early as well. Terrell, he was a bee's dick away from 2 try assists.
Yeah.
Like
So true.
he gets those 2, they win the game.
They run away with it, I think.
I think who did the? I think it might have been Tarpanet actually. Tarpanet with a terrific try saver on Luai.
Yeah. And then
Yeah,
back the other way.
and he also had a one-on-one late steal.
Did you watch the press conference?
No,
Ricky brought all this up.
really?
It's the first 3 things he said when they said, how's Tarpany been? They said he stripped the ball, saved the try, and scored in like 3 plays.
Yeah.
It just changes the game. That's why he said that's why he's the best prop in the game for me. I've been saying it. He goes, I've been saying it this whole year. He's the best prop in the game. And I was like, he might not be wrong. You got Payne Haas pushing, but
Payne
who's
Haas is
next?
different, bro.
Who's next? It's Tarpany.
What was that? Max King.
Oh, we're moving on.
Yeah,
well
let's
done
move
to
on.
Canberra. And still okay to Tigers too.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
you know what? Decent game.
Positive.
Decent
We're positive
game.
on it.
Decent game for both of
There
them.
are some shit sides coming up, but we're positive.
Bro, 4-point loss to the team coming second.
Yeah.
Tick.
Penrith Panthers defeated the New Zealand Warriors up next, 28-18. Very, very impressed with the enthusiasm and energy in the Panthers pack with so much or so little experience, so much inexperience. Thanks, Hayden, for writing like an idiot.
Yep.
In the side, they more missed tackles, more errors, lower completion rate. Still win. That's just enthusiasm.
It's
youthful energy.
How they deliver their best performance of the year without one Origin star has me absolutely baffled.
Yo as well.
Yeah, not one Origin star.
Oh, you said with one. Oh, okay. Sorry,
with not
mate.
one.
Okay. I don't think you said with not one. I think you said with one. Can we go back, producer? Just go back and help us
With
out.
not one
I heard
Origin
them
star.
say that. I heard them say that on Bloke the other day. Can you go back and listen? I was like, far out. Imagine we could do that.
We can.
Because then we could argue a bit.
I just say it again.
Edit.
Correctly.
Edit.
Nah, no edits.
Yeah,
Sorry, we're past that.
It's so impressive.
It is
I
very
love it.
impressive, but how? How? Why? Like,
Against New Zealand. Probably the
is that
form,
why?
top 2 form side.
is that why? Is it everyone thinks you're down and out? You come into New Zealand, it's a sold out Go Media Stadium in Auckland. Everything's against you.
Reminds me of like the 2010s baby Broncos. You come in, you lose 6, 7 Origin players, none of them back up. They come out and win. And you go, how'd they do that?
It's crazy. Like, but this game, like you said, all the statistics went the Warriors' way.
Yeah.
And the whole game, I'm looking at the Warriors and I'm like, they don't look worried. I felt like they were sitting there going, we'll get them. We'll just stick at it. Stick at it.
First half HIA to near quarter, injury to DWZ and Metcalf hobbling all around half time. From there, they kicked high towards Metcalf. They ran shape and scored through him, the space next to him.
Yeah.
Perfectly executed if you're going to leave a player injured on the field. He was exploited big time. The Wires 8-6 down at half time and they come out and lose.
8-6. And
We
they also
think 8-6, I thought.
18 from 19.
They're going to go.
18 from 19 in the first half. 2 errors. Warriors. 2 errors. And they lost.
Yeah.
They lost, mate. I literally wrote, if they stick at what they're doing, they're going to get the chocolates. That was my little note right before half time.
At half time, yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
Well, I wanted to bring up something, not really too much about the game specifically. We can go into that if you need to, but battle of the fullbacks. So, Nickel Klookstad, these are his stats, 215 metres, 23 runs, 7 tackle breaks versus Dane Laurie. You don't see him as a fullback. He comes out and sprinkles these games in every now and then. You see him as a quality fullback.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that's his best position, but I think he cemented it. 178 run metres, 16 runs, 3 tackle breaks, no errors.
No errors.
No, and defensive plays that can't be brought up. You can't, what do we say? You can't.
There's no statistics for defensive
There's
efforts.
no statistics for defensive efforts. Exactly right. He has a handful of these games. I think he's a quality fullback in the comp if he can put games together somewhere.
Yeah.
I just don't know who he's going to take and where he's going to go. But if he can stay consistent, I'd be moving Edwards.
You'd be moving Edwards.
I'd be moving Edwards.
to
But
where?
don't know.
Go
wing.
on.
He played Aussies on the wing.
Yeah, I know. But why
if you're
can't Dan Laurie
lacking-
do that on the wing?
That's true. Different player. Too flashy. If you want to go the next level, don't think they need to go the next level.
Yeah.
Coming up though, if
They may.
they're back in form. They're
You
back.
know-
Everyone, they're back in form.
Well,
Are they? I don't know.
You probably just have him on the bench then at 14.
You'd have to.
You just
But
have
then
him
you
there
come
just
in
in
and you
case?
make him push. He really rolled into this game really nicely.
Yeah.
He worked into the game so well. It just another thing I love that you can't find on stats.
Yeah.
Positioning of Chance.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because we look at the players like Walsh, Hammer specifically as well.
Yeah.
And Ponga, we were talking about how he was learning off Slater and after Origin, he excelled so much. The carries he takes when the team needs him, he's just been so good this season.
Even his kick returns. His kick returns are phenomenal. Like his full head of steam into the forwards, always getting to the middle of the park. They can go wherever they want. They dictate where the set starts.
Yeah, he's cementing why he's one of the elite fullbacks in the game.
Oh, yeah. He's a halves dream because he just goes, whatever the team needs, whatever you need. He always takes that fourth run carry as well. Always allows them to get their kick chase set. That's what the Warriors do so well, bro. But there's a couple of guys that I want to talk to you about. Leka Halasima, Jacob Laban, Aaron Clark, I'm going to chuck in Vaimunga. This could be the best second row. I suppose you'd say second row
rotation.
Second row rotation.
Front row rotation, yeah.
Second row, front row, middle rotation for the next 10 years.
I think it is. And Aaron Clark sets them up nicely.
He's just the base. He's just like the foundation. Like he's the rock solid. Every week he's going to give you, 15 runs, 150 meters, 30 tackles,
It's 8
and
or
none
9
missed.
out of 10 every week.
And he's also going to have that NO, and he's going to have the attitude to shape these young boys. Them two together, like I can't believe that you can hit. I think it was what was it? They hit Lecker on an unders on the left side, and then they go over and Laban hits one of the most glorious holes I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And I went, that's why I picked him out.
Yeah, good player.
That's why I picked
The last
him out.
3 weeks I've been watching him closely. He's been so impressive. He's been really, really good.
How old is he? 19, maybe 20?
He's so good.
And this
How
is
old
without,
is good?
this is without Kurt Capewell, who was the second best player for Queensland in their winning side on Wednesday night.
I was just Danny Kemp said he was the best.
He was the best.
He should have been the best. Yeah. So I get it. Crazy.
Like the
so
depth,
good.
the depth that they have. It's no wonder why they're not phased. They just let Zion leave to the Bulldogs. Weren't phased.
Didn't matter. I think the biggest compliment to Aaron Clark, our main boy, is back on the Titans game. Last game of the week. Big push. I come back from 3 days of work, watching this game.
Yeah.
Right at the end, about to turn it off, and they go, "Do you know who the Titans would benefit with right now? Aaron Clark." I'm like, so you haven't said that all last year
No.
at all. You didn't say anything when he was there all this year, but as soon as he starts playing good, you pick out an Aaron Clark.
When we called for him for 18 months to be the 13, and you can allow Tino to play front row in less minutes, that's the guy you needed to lean on.
And now the commentary go to it.
Isn't this...
You're welcome.
That's the fucking Titans, though. They let Jamal Fogarty go and they need an organised half. You fuckwits. Honestly.
So true.
Like it's... You did think it's logic, but I don't know, bro.
So, well, moving to the Panthers, anything else you want to say?
For the Warriors?
Yeah.
Nah, I think I've glazed them a little bit.
So, Panthers, every player from number 1 to 8, Laurie to Leota, over 100 metres.
Oh, yeah.
Kenny, 52 tackles, 1 run. So, what does it tell you? Straight around the ruck, speed around the ruck, give me the ball. Early ball to the halves. And Schneider made a few errors in pivotal parts of the field too.
Sure did.
It was going to Talangi, to McLean. Like, we have rinsed him. Pass the ball. But, bro, if you're going to one-on-one, fair enough, Graham Taufa. If that's Rocco Berry, even Tuivasa-Sheck, maybe, like someone with a tiny bit more experience.
Yep.
Leah Tower. Is he still injured or is he?
Yeah, he's injured.
Okay,
He's
good.
injured.
Because if he's not getting that spot.
Confirmed. I've looked that up. I literally looked it up on the weekend.
Bro. When I saw him skip him, I was like, you're getting skipped by Casey McLean. I'm a big fan of Graham Taufa.
Yeah.
But getting that skip, you need
Signed
to know
by
he's got
South.
your outside. Really?
Mine by South, yeah.
Big one.
Wayne likes him, apparently.
Of course he does.
Surprise,
Same as us.
surprise.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
So it just shows speed around the ruck. They just dominated.
Yeah.
Early ball to the creative boys. Mr. Jenkins again.
They went simple, didn't they?
Man, I just can't believe it. I actually can't believe it. Even the Warriorholic was saying, like, it's another day, the sun's come up, but it still hurts. You think you would have won this game. It just hurts so much considering this is a win. Who would have picked Penrith here? Seriously.
No one.
In their right mind. Flaxy.
Yeah.
Probably not. For your tips,
The
you
most
wouldn't.
one-eyed bloke on earth.
You probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ruck Infringement. If you go on most one-eyed.
Yeah, he does love
our boy.
He does love the Woosters.
We're allowed to say that.
I think
he's
we
our
are.
boy.
He is our mate. He's our mate. So we're
The
allowed.
prof.
The prof. Yeah, the prophet, mate. That's exactly. Look, where do you start with Penrith? It's just desperation. It's straight desperation. Like, I can look at my notes and tell you, yeah, they had a really good kicking game and the kick chase was good. Moses Leota set the tone. The tone man.
Who did he verse? It was the other front row who was going up against. I didn't see him.
Never heard of him.
Barely saw him.
Never heard of him.
FH, I think it was. I don't know.
JFH or some shit.
Never seen it. Never
Moses
saw him because Leota didn't see him either because he kept running over him.
They physically turned up though.
They did.
Like from minute one.
It's hard when you're by yourself and you've got a whole pack running.
By yourself, Lindsay Smith is still sitting there going, what, bro?
Liam Henry too.
Liam
I
Henry?
think he had like 158 metres or something.
Bro, they're fucking good, man. I'm telling you, they're fucking
bro.
good. We knew that
but
they'd
you're
be
versing
good.
all these guys we just brought up, all the
I
young
know.
boys for the next 10 years.
I know.
I don't think it was that.
They don't have the flash.
2 or 3 tries
Yeah.
with Metcalf down. That Talangi try, literally Metcalf couldn't even bend over to assist anyone in holding him up.
You know what
if
they
he's
did?
not injured, bro, there's no way that they score these points.
Ivan Cleary won this game. Ivan Cleary with the walkie-talkie won the game.
Whoever that trainer is on the field is yelling at Schneider.
Fucking run at Metcalf.
Kenny.
He cannot run.
It's go to Kenny. It's
He
Kenny.
cannot run.
That ball needs to go to the half. This is half.
Tell Blaze.
Brad, all you need to do is this. Kick
Tell
to
Blaze
that side.
he's running at Metcalf and Schneider needs to give him the ball. Done.
Scotty Sorensen, what we're going to do is kick right, just a little bit shallower than Metcalf.
Sorensen,
he
what a
can't even
game.
jump. He's banned 2 matches now.
Of course he is.
It's crazy.
Of course he is.
Such a gun.
So you mentioned every outside back, even 1 to 8,
Yeah.
were over 100 metres in this game. With 15 minutes to go, the outside backs were already over 100 metres. All of them.
Wow.
All 5.
So good.
Set the tone, bro.
And what did Tommy Jenkins even do? He's just there. He's literally a mosquito. He would
Yeah.
piss me off to play against. He's always
You
just be
reckon?
running around. Because he's just running around everywhere.
Yeah.
What does he actually do? Like,
How is he not a
You never
fullback? Who
point him
knows?
out and go like crazy play, but he
Yeah.
just makes meters, tackle breaks, offload.
You know what he screams to me?
meters.
Campbell Graham.
Yeah.
Just job doer. Just ultimate job doer.
He's a Campbell Graham. If Campbell Graham and Dylan Edwards had a kid, Tommy Jenkins. Height,
Oh, yeah.
similar complexion.
Just thinking of them making the kid. Oh, sorry. Sorry, mate.
That's all I've
Sorry,
really
mate.
got, guys. I don't know what else we can say about Penrith, in my eyes anyway.
Very consistent.
gonna keep
effort.
it up.
Mate,
They can't keep it up. Tell me.
run hard, tackle hard, kick chase.
Can you keep it up
Can you keep that up?
like
I
this?
think they're just warming up, bro.
Honestly, I think Cleary comes into the side and stunts it a little bit. Because it's Cleary's team. You don't overrule Cleary.
Do you know what's scary, though? If they have that attitude with everyone back.
Yeah. That's winning the comp.
And do you know what I hate now? They're fucking 8th. Do you know what it is? It's the sniff that the rest of the comp didn't want them to get.
Yeah.
It's the sniff.
I back Broncos against them still, though. I know we got pumped, but
I back.
I'm back
a lot of
Doggies.
teams
I back
against them.
Canberra.
I reckon Canberra would fucking pump
I'd love them to verse Canberra. I'd love that's what
Imagine
that's what
Ricky's
you want.
speech before they go out. Oh,
I want
bro.
to G up. Can I run it somewhere?
I'd run through this wall.
Key on.
I'd run through the wall.
Third game of the week, Saturday 5:30. Newcastle Knights defeated the Dolphins 26-20. So we saw glimpses of the Dolphins that we've come to love. Glimpses.
Glimpses, not
And
this
you know
week.
how many glimpses? 20 points. 40 missed tackles don't help the case. But I just think the Knights finally found their attack and how to fit Ponga in again. So, sorry, the prof, but maybe he's not going to go to Roosters because I think all he needs to do is kick him behind to his really good outside backs. I'm so happy that Schiller got that position. I know Marzu unfortunately injured.
Yep.
I don't mind Schiller at the back of that shape on the left. Bradman, best man of the match. 2 tries.
Bradman Best
MVP?
He was on one. He was on. Ponga played more like a halfback
Yes.
than he did a fullback.
Yes. And he got played into form from Origin. You said that.
Told you.
Did he need, although he had a very arguably poor performance in Origin 2 in a winning team,
Yeah, okay.
dropped a lot of ball,
I think that's fair to say.
didn't really do his job as well as I think game 1.
He wasn't terrific.
No.
But he wasn't bad.
No, it was
In
taking
my
those nice
opinion.
runs,
Yeah.
but I forgot about a lot of the drop balls
Yes.
because they led to points and stressed me out.
You also won, so it doesn't
2
really
very
matter.
nice kicks in behind for tries,
Yeah.
both to best. And the others, it's just any other play as well. It's just not silly.
This is the game I want money.
It's smart stuff.
By the
Okay.
way.
Who would you
Beautiful.
have?
Bradman
Bestie.
Best anytime.
That's a good one.
Can't remember who I rolled in. I actually can't remember.
None. Against
I-
the Dolphins, surely Hammer or Bostock didn't go over but set up Nikorima. Surely we're going on Nikorima soon.
I had Asako, actually. Bradman Best, Asako,
Is that it?
unders, and Knights with the line.
Unders.
Yeah.
46 points was unders.
47. 47 and a half.
Jesus, that's been a good.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, the day before, I think I lost from 0.5 when New Zealand scored. I lost by point. Actually, the game before.
Well,
I was
yeah.
leaving for work. Graham Taufer scoring at the last second stuffed me by 0.5 points.
And that was
Not
the
that
reason
it
why you
wouldn't-
lost?
No, I lost the next one too. This one,
How's
I
it-
had both teams. It looks good.
It's
It looked
annoying
great.
the shit out of me.
It would be a bit annoying.
Thanks.
This game was I had both teams to not hit 20. Just one team to hit 20.
And 26 Knights. Yeah, last one.
26-20.
Yeah. Pretty close.
It is, and they were all
Pretty
from Random
close.
Stats guy, Rando. They're all stats that back up.
Yeah.
And I think I got 4 out of 6 or something, 4 out of 7,
Yeah.
something like that.
Who knows?
We also wish Bostock all the best with his recovery.
They definitely do, bro.
ACL?
They definitely do.
ACL?
I think so.
Did you see
it
a
looked
bit,
pretty- it
bit
looked
of Adrian
pretty-
coded?
Yeah, it looked pretty fucking...
Very similar to the Adrian one. The big right
Big
foot,
right foot
unnecessary
step.
too,
Yeah.
late. Bro, exactly the same.
Yeah, I know. It's really unfortunate for him. Really unfortunate.
Yeah,
Who's
huge.
going to hit that left wing now? Finai?
No,
Junior Tupou?
Tupo. I love Tupo.
Yeah, I like him too.
Average
he can
hands
add a
at
bit.
times
Well,
But
they
geez.
need someone to go with Herbie to get fucking some meterage. So
to get some, yeah. Oh, exactly right, Tupo.
unless you put Asako back on the left now, that'd be nice with Herbie.
Wow.
That would be nice.
You'd dummy him heaps, wouldn't you, as being Herbie? Oh, Herbie's streak ended.
Herbie's streak did end. 8 games straight.
Not the streak.
Couldn't
Is it
hit
not
the-
the streaker? That
Couldn't
he,
hit the 8 or 9 in a row.
See?
Built
Different gravy.
Built different. Not really.
Different gravy.
Not really.
Mushroom.
Look, the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Their left edge can be lethal at times, but I felt like they lacked a bit of intensity through the middle. Fair few missed tackles as well to start. It just wasn't. It wasn't their night. Honestly, I felt it from the start. I didn't feel like it was their night. The Knights, everything just was. The ball was bouncing towards them, as you can see through the Bradman Best 2 tries from kicks. It
Off
was
the
just
back of the
falling to
Manly
them.
scalp. into this.
That's what I mean.
That's premiership contenders. Think about it. Like Dolphins and Manly, does that twist them completely?
Off the Manly.
Do you know, I'm going to say another thing later, not right now.
Okay.
But it's just frustrating me.
Okay.
We'll get to it later.
Yeah.
You've just reminded me and it's frustrated me straight away.
Straight away.
Go.
Yeah.
They're
I love
not
that.
saying they're premiership contenders.
Okay.
But they're beating.
I thought you were going to say the Knights are premiership contenders. I'm like, you are off
You know
your
what? Anyone's a
chops.
premiership contender right now because you can just make the 8 and you could win.
Well,
Seriously.
14 points to 18
Tell me
points
someone who
is
couldn't win.
Titans.
Do you reckon?
I don't think the Titans can win the comp.
Do you reckon?
Fuck no, bro.
I would love to. It's that close.
Nah.
You got an absolutely 0% chance Titans could win the comp. 0%.
I mean, obviously
bro.
there's 1%.
Oh, only one.
One.
Give me at least 10.
No.
Maybe
9.
that's too high.
9. 7.
9's high, bro.
6.
5. I'm
4.
going 5.
3.
Like there's an actual 3% chance
No, 3%.
that Titans could win the comp. 3%
Sure.
though. 97% they can't.
Sure.
Because 50 is probably Doggies, Canberra.
Yeah.
Think about it. Like that's that close.
I know, it's very close.
When have we ever had a close year like this? Ever?
This close?
I've never seen it.
I can't remember.
Fucking Knights just beat Dolphins, bro.
Yeah, I know. Dolphins
We've been
were
saying
7th.
how good the Dolphins were for the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Well-
I brought up stats.
And last week we were literally brought back to, I suppose, reality with how good the Dolphins have been. And then the one fucking week I tip yous. The one
It's
week.
you. It's you.
The one week
Did
I
you
tip
say
yous.
that's the team you say, isn't it? Every time I tip the Dolphins, you dickhead.
I told ya.
You should have told me
And
you were
I
tipping
hadn't
them
tipped
then.
him for like fucking 8 weeks.
I didn't watch your video. Should have watched your video.
Oh my God.
Well, I did watch your video. I don't pay attention to who you're picking. I
Yeah.
just look at the nice like little lights and
Pop-ups,
stuff you've got up.
thanks.
Yeah, see, you're distracting me.
Pop-up site. Look, it's working. I'm actually distracting you from my
Distracting me
horrible
from the
tipping.
content.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Mate,
Give us a little bit more on Dolphins.
the Dolphins. They spanned to Christian Wolf in the changing room at halftime. He had the spine together. They're having a chat. We had Hammer, Nikarima, Katoa, Jamie Marshall-King, his replacement Harrison Graham.
Yep.
Who else do you think is in the chat of the most important people in your whole team, the spine? Who else is in that chat?
Probably your 13.
Kurt Donahue.
Love that.
Kurt Donahue.
Good player. Your man.
He's so versatile. He was the only one having a dig. That's the way
He
I
was.
felt.
I think so too. He did stand out.
He had a fucking dig,
As much
man.
as nothing was really bouncing to them, he did.
Yeah. And I just think with the amount of changes that they had to make on the run as well, like this is a game they'd be expected to lose. I think if you look at everyone who
course.
they lost.
Of course. Well, they've got this kind of showed them how they're lacking the Max Plath, Tommy Gilbert.
At
At the moment, those
just
two
the people to rely on when people go down.
absolute toilets.
Yeah.
All day, all game, they're going to
You
be
just
at
need
you.
those toilets, man. At the end of the day, you always
For
going to
new
need a toilet.
listeners, toilers.
Toilers, yeah.
Toilers. I say toilets.
Job doers.
And all game too. You don't need to put Tom Gilbert at second row. You
Yeah.
can chuck him in the forwards. You can chuck him
Chuck
in
him
13.
anywhere.
Plug a hole for you.
Yeah.
Hole plugger.
I liked Lemuelu. I thought Lemuelu had a pretty good game.
Again. Man,
But-
if he hits his heights, he could be playing for the Storm second row, one of the best second rowers in
Definitely.
the comp.
I can tell why he was scouted from the Cowboys for a starting role, which Oren Keeley, I think they have a good little rotation that they have there.
So where's Finney?
Finney's right to
He
our
hasn't stood up. Is he stood out? Because for
Does
me,
his
it's
job.
Lemuelu left side.
It's Lemuelu always.
It's Owen Keeley, Lemuelu.
I thought Finney Fuiaki was a bit more
Flashy?
like a bit more flashy, but Lemuelu runs that perfect
He's
hole.
a flash. He's our boy.
Lemuelu and
Connolly?
Laban. Are they both Samoan?
Sure.
I think they're both Samoan.
They better not be. It's not fair, man.
And here,
So
Cass is
good.
telling me that Tonga has all the good second rowers.
Cash.
Cash. Good old
Far out
Cash.
Cash.
Good old Cash.
Next jersey, I'm getting Cash. I'm putting Cash on the back. All right, moving on. Knights. Crossland.
Yep.
Stands out when Sharp's gone down.
Yep.
Love it. I love that you have him there.
Yeah.
I just like him plugging the hole wherever he plays. That's why last year he was one of the best nines. Because what he did, plug and play.
Versatile, man.
Plug
It's
and play.
versatility.
What did Sharp actually do? Did he get pumped in the ribs?
So when he fell, he hit his head on the ground.
That's right. And then,
He hit his head on the ground, but apparently he's ruptured his spleen.
no thanks.
Ruptured his spleen, and he has a laceration of something else as well. So he's got two things. He's in hospital in Perth. Like with the night staff have stayed with him. He's not in a good way, man. It's actually quite a bad injury.
From hitting the floor like that too?
From it just hitting
not
the floor.
ideal.
I think he also landed on the ball too. And he had someone on top of him. So it's like extra
Yeah, no
weight.
thanks. No.
Extra
All
weight.
right, move on.
Yeah, move
Well
on.
wishes to you, Sharp.
Well, yeah, exactly. Mate, the Knights, I think they really wrestled this game back into contention, especially late. Their defense has been solid all year, but it was actually their attack that impressed me.
Yeah.
They capitalised on the right edge of the Finns, and I genuinely think they deserve to win. They did enough. They did enough to beat, the 7th place Dolphins.
KPP
KPP on the right.
didn't really stand out as much to me, but doing his role.
Yeah.
Why is it right sides aren't the only one the right side that stands up is really good? I know you got Ricky at times. Eli Katoa,
Yeah.
Preston.
But still, you look in that team, and our flash is our left second row. Left second row is
So because people pass right to left, isn't
right
it?
to left
Has to
favourite.
be. I'm not. So I'd go right all the time.
Yeah, but that's really good.
Yeah, true. Because you
good.
wouldn't really go to it, would you?
It's perfect.
Kevin Proctor was right side though. See?
Some of the best, the
standouts.
absolute standout line runners play right.
Kenny Bromwich?
Kenny
Would he have
Bromwich,
been right?
he played left most
Left
of his
because
career.
of Proctor.
Because Proctor was down the right, yeah.
Of course he was.
And then Ellie came.
Anyone else? Boyd Cordner.
Corner left.
Surely not.
Cordner
right
left.
in Origin?
Corner left. Corner
I
left.
can see. Why can I see him right? Maybe move there for an injury or something.
No, definitely corner
Who
left.
else is another big right second rower?
Don't know. Can't remember.
Rabbits.
Nah, that's
Penrith.
pretty much it, bro.
Liam Martin.
Yeah, Liam Martin plays right.
That's big. But he goes missing too, eh?
Yeah,
You have to have a pretty big
He's
game.
not a line runner. Like, he's not necessarily a line runner.
We think he's more lateral.
More lateral, more dog. Like, just gets through the work. Aggressive.
You don't usually see him like
Physical in
line
nature.
running straight over everyone.
No.
Like Nakota.
You know
Nakota,
who used to do it? Isaiah Papali'i. On the right for Parramatta with Mitch Moses.
Ooh.
How many
Before
times
he got
did he
purchased by
before he
Penrith.
got purchased by the Tigers and then Penrith?
Was it Tiger? Oh,
And the Tigers ruined
because-
him.
Yeah.
The Tigers
he played,
ruined him.
He didn't play too bad on the weekend.
Yeah, good. Playing through the middle, bro.
Yeah.
Don't know why they're playing through the middle. Anyway.
They want to grow him into that too. That's what they were saying.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Mates,
Let's move to the incredible try to Brayley. Forward pass. Come on.
Yes.
Line ball. Line ball at best.
Yes.
Although the footy gods are watching on because Knights won.
They ended up getting it in the end.
Brody Jones, Matty Croker. The intent. I love it.
Yeah.
Bro, this team, this is the most likable, I think, with Sharp in, the most likable side. And if they still had, shout out to Armstrong overseas, who's absolutely killing it.
He must be close to a man of steel.
Absolutely killing it. Just ran the field the other day off a standard in-play kick.
Yeah.
Just run the field.
As you do, Super League
so
teams.
gun. Make them look so shit.
Super League things.
This is the most likable side the Knights have been for a while.
Yeah,
I
I
think.
think they've just gone sort of like Rabbits Avenue. Went, fuck it, like we'll just get our really hard workers, throw them in the middle. They'll just wear the 8 and the 10. We'll put a ball playing 13 and we'll just go from there. We'll just
I
try.
like it. Why not? It opens up your attack too. Fair enough. Unfortunate for Hastings.
So the only thing now, blessing in disguise, Sharp going down,
Hastings.
Hastings is going to get a run.
So Gamble straight out. Doesn't come in.
But Gamble can play 14. Like, I don't mind Gamble coming off the bench. It's
So who would
14.
have been 14 in this one then?
They had Brody Jones actually wore 14. They didn't really have a utility.
I guess when you've got...
They
when
rolled
you've
with
got-
Brayley and
when
Crossland.
you've got him
Crossland is
there.
your utility playing 13.
Why not?
So I think
I like it.
you'd keep Crossland at 13. I'd put Gamble on the bench if he's fit. I think he may be injured.
Yep.
And
Into-
then Hastings into 6.
Do they lose much?
No.
They lose a lot
they-
of it. They lose the guy who scores every 5 seconds by being in the right position, but
Yeah.
Ponga just got to
Which
stand
can-
up and be there. Just be there.
You can do that from the wing.
Love it. That's so good for them.
He may play centre. I have a feeling Gagai is going to retire and he's going to move to centre. Sharp.
Is he big enough?
Yeah.
Well, because he's
Bro,
pure
his
pace.
pace.
You don't like Hammer because of that.
No, but his pace. And if he can learn how to D well, I'd be happy with him there.
I don't know about that.
I'd play Hammer. If the Dolphins had a good fullback, I'd be happy to play Hammer in the centres.
The way Averillo's been playing.
Yeah, could do
Chuck
that.
Hammer in the centres. Why not?
Could do that.
Let's move on.
Let's move
on.
Let's push.
Next up, Melbourne Storm defeated the South Sydney Rabbitohs 25-24. Just. I know. Feel bad for the Rabbitohs fans. I
Yeah.
feel like they lose a lot of these close ones. I
Real close ones.
was talking to someone who works in their marketing staff a while ago, and they were saying exactly that. They should be winning so many games. I was like, yeah, but you haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we should. I was like, yeah,
But you still don't.
you still haven't. They should have won this one, though.
What are they, like 14th or something now?
Have you seen a nicer struck field goal that's off target than what Latrell did?
No.
Bro,
He
he's
can hit them sweet, bro.
He's the sweetest field goal, surely kicker we've ever seen. Has to be. Like Cherry Evans is extremely direct.
He's
He's on.
He's
His
the-
accuracy's on. Him, Cronk are on. But
and Cleary's the Iceman.
kicking, no,
Burton
no
hits him pretty
way.
nicely. But not as good
as
as
nice
Latrell.
as Latrell.
Not as good as
every
Latrell,
time
man.
though. Even when he misses, he hits them nice.
Not as good as Latrell.
Yeah, they don't skew. They
Let's
don't
have a
like fly away.
Chair check.
Chair check.
Chair check.
Chair
Chair
check.
check.
Chair check.
Chair check.
CC.
CC.
Oh, that's cute.
Cassius.
I think winning golden point extra time, Storm with 14 errors
Yeah.
to 10
Bit
is
uncharacteristic.
something that Greg Bellamy wouldn't like. I didn't go and watch a press conference for this because I didn't want to skew my thought process.
Mate, you could have just watched him in the box the whole time.
Yeah, and I loved it.
He
I
was-
thought I didn't want to. I just wanted didn't want it to come out and be positive. I just wanted to see those little glimpses and go. That's what I remember.
He was angry, bruh.
Nez,
He was angry.
Harry Grant, 84 minutes, 50 tackles. After playing 80 minutes in Origin, 55 tackles. He missed 7 tackles out of 105
It's not bad. It's not bad.
in 4 days. We needed him to stand up. Origin,
Honestly,
you needed to stand up.
Like,
Runs
even
through basically
him,
untouched.
what's he playing at the moment? I reckon he might be playing at 70%.
I think.
He's-
Probably 80.
He's still the best hooker in the game. Still.
When he runs, there's no one like it.
There isn't.
I think you just get your best hookers to get into a room,
Yeah.
have a chat to him, and just watch his highlights.
But don't you remember a couple of weeks ago, Owen Paddy rang him after the game.
Did he?
Owen Paddy rang him, went out of his own way. Owen Paddy rang him.
So smart.
And apparently he was asking the same questions to Harry Grant that Harry Grant was asking Cameron Smith.
Oh,
Yeah. Doesn't that get you toey?
Oh,
Owen Paddy's
yeah.
a Queenslander too. Yeah. Just chuff yourself.
that's
on.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's wow.
Yeah, bro.
How'd you hear that?
Just
You mates with Paddy,
don't
are
you
ya?
fucking worry, mate.
Are you mates?
Don't you worry. I have sources in Canberra,
The
mate.
same questions. Wow. Yeah, if that doesn't get you excited from a Storm chat to a Canberra chat, Storm Canberra grand final would be
For
incredible.
this
Sorry,
year,
doggies.
happy,
But
happy,
incredible.
happy.
You lose to Canberra by 1 point
Happy.
in golden point extra
Just
time.
semis,
And
please.
just before we leave on the plane
Semis,
too.
please.
So we don't miss anything. We
No, but
see it.
I'm going to be sad then.
Okay. And then they give you an upgraded business class flight for free.
Happy. Automatically happy.
With
And
your
I've won
Catman
money
2
on the
jacket
game
on.
for some reason.
And your Catman 2 jacket on.
Yeah. And I've just won all the money that we're going to spend.
Sponsor. Ooh.
Ooh,
All the
yeah.
money.
All of it.
In Vegas too.
In Vegas too.
Yeah, we're just doing some scouting in Vegas, obviously,
Covering
for
my
next
losses.
year.
Yeah, of course.
That's
Just
why we're going there. Is that a
scouting.
business expense?
Fucking oath it is, mate.
We just talked
Same
about
as
it.
NRLW
We
Magic
just
Round.
talked about it.
NRLW Magic Round
Well,
is
it
a
wasn't
business
expensive
expense.
too. If anyone else wants to go, it wasn't expensive.
No,
To
tickets,
see our best female players
tickets are on
in
sale.
person.
Roughly off the top of the dome,
What do we
Maybe
pay?
we
25
paid-
bucks or 30 bucks or something?
30, 35 for 2 days.
For 2 days.
For 2 days. And we got some pretty good seats. I actually checked the seats this time.
Oh, far out. I
We
forgot
did.
I let you book them. I've actually said that in my brain. For next
I
year,
actually
we're not booking
checked.
anything.
I actually checked.
Yeah.
You know what? You can book the tickets.
I'll book the seats. You book
the
anything
seats,
else.
I'll book everything else.
Yeah. I'll book
Let's
the
do
seats.
that.
As
do
long as
that.
we're together when we book it, it's fine.
Yeah, I know. Just need to be thorough and not be rushed. So I need to know what day it's coming out.
Exactly. We're going to stick on the Storm for a sec.
Okay.
Talk about a topsy-turvy game. Far longer.
Yep.
Far longer. Let's in basically 3 tries. Once Ken Irvine's AJ title race, like run towards the... Let's start with English.
Let's start with that.
Let's start with English. He wants Ken Irvine's record to be broken by AJ.
Yes, he does.
That's what it feels like anyway.
I think he actually heard me say to you, is he even first grade standard? And then all of a sudden went, yeah, bro.
What did I say that to you?
I said that to you.
And then I said...
You
no.
said to me, geez, I think you said something along the lines of, geez, Furlong is having a shocker. And then
Yeah.
I said, yeah, it's not even as good as, it's not even up to first grade standard or something along those
Yeah,
lines. I'm
and then-
paraphrasing, but
Comes back, catches it, line break, gives it to Wishy to score a try. What does that remind you? It reminds me of an impact player. He's a 14 at the moment.
you know who that
That's
honestly
literally-
reminds me of?
Who?
Benny Barber.
Yeah, but Benny Barber doesn't make that many mistakes prior and give Ken Irvine.
No, because he never played wing.
Yeah, true. You reckon
It's not
he
his
would've?
position, bro. It's not his
It's
position.
not. Yeah, but is he a fullback? In the
No.
air, he's going to get jumped over?
No.
Right now, he's a 14.
I honestly don't know how he fits in that team.
Yeah, I agree.
If he wasn't a Melbourne junior, he wouldn't be there, bro.
and that's
the
not,
Perth
that's not a
Bears-
knock on him.
If you're Mal, you honestly ringing him and saying, bruv, I've got a blank check here. You write the number.
Do you know what their feeder team is? The Bears.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
in that jersey, looks great.
Yeah, and
the colours
also,
suit him.
yeah,
He's hot.
yeah, I know.
He's fit. He's loud. He's a poster boy. You think people hate Reece Walsh?
So
Wait till he goes
Sewell
there.
Could be,
Mate, he's the next one for you to hate.
yeah,
And
I
that's
think
a
so.
positive for everyone. The
I think
game,
so.
the growth of the game. Why not? You know what?
We
I think
still-
that's our starting. That's our fullback.
We still have to sit down and get the Perth
That's
Bears
our Bears
17.
fullback. It's done.
Because he's genuinely, they can sign him. Like he's off contract at the end of 26.
So. You're getting a bit mouldy
26.
there. Do you get a bit mouldy there?
26. I'm just getting into my
you get into your
pronunciation
cash feels.
No, I'm
Well,
just
I've
getting,
got something coming
home,
up too. That
just
would
home,
help.
you know,
Yeah.
homey, feeling home.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, go. Continue. What were you going?
Well, that
Where were
was
you leading
that
me?
was basically it.
That was it.
Sewer needs to be a 14.
Yeah,
We won't go into the negatives.
yeah,
But Ken Irvine's shaking in his boots.
yeah. Sure.
That's all we're saying.
Okay.
4 tries to AJ.
Because of AJ,
Too good.
there was one point where I was like, where does he stop? Like, does he get 5? Does he get 6 tonight? Does he break the record tonight? I don't know.
It was so. I think the other week I saw it. He was so far away. I was like, I don't think he'll get it this year.
Bro, he might get it in the
4
next
in
2
one.
games. If you get Latrell throwing cutouts to you like that,
Incredible. The way he's moving as well. The way Latrell moves
I've
for
got
a
to tell
big
you,
man.
I got to tell you something.
Yeah.
Outrageous.
Go.
Sitting down yesterday with my old man. Shout out to you, mate. You know nothing. He goes, I think they got to drop Latrell. Have you been watching the same game as me, bro? The Blues are not going to drop Latrell. He just set Toa up for 3 tries. Oh my God. I was like, you need to come on the podcast, man. You would get us so much clickbait.
The Blues who dropped Latrell.
The Blues need to drop Latrell.
He didn't say about Rabbitohs who dropped Latrell.
No, the
Okay,
Blues.
that's cool. I was like, thinking,
Sorry.
wow, Jai Gray straight in.
Straight in. Oh,
But the way he moves to such a big guy,
I think I just laughed.
the Blues need to okay, if you're going to have a big question,
That's
a
not
big
even-
statement like that, where are you going? Where are you putting in there then?
Let's not even.
Okay.
Let's
Sure.
not even give it airtime.
But let's just go back and forth because I don't really care.
All right, go back.
AJ intercept.
Go.
Defensive positioning.
Yeah.
You don't teach that.
AJ's on.
You can't, yeah.
AJ's on. There always hits a point in the season. I think it's around the major bye period
Yeah.
where AJ just gets into his work. and it's
Jerome
now.
Hughes,
Yeah.
AJ.
AJ.
It's
Yeah.
just the two that.
I reckon I told you about AJ maybe 5 weeks ago. So, what do you think about AJ when we
Yeah.
were talking SuperCoach?
Yes. Yeah.
So what do you reckon about AJ? He was like
I would have said
300.
AJ. I said AJ. And then you were like, yeah, I would. But then you were like, would you go with him over these guys? I didn't. Over like it or.
Yeah, there's a
And
lot
the
of
other
guys.
guys.
A lot
That's
of guys. A lot
why.
of guys.
You also said Mulatalo. So and he's been doing rubbish.
Yeah, you watch
SuperCoach, though.
You watch next week.
Oh, he's gone.
Stay tuned.
But Supercoach.
Stay
You've gone
tuned.
Mulatalo. I hope you're gone Mulatalo.
Stay tuned, bro. This isn't the episode for it. These guys are they're gonna start a riot. Jeez.
His defensive positioning and anticipation, it's so hard to teach. You can't teach it. There was a point, I think, I don't know if he was in last year. Was he in at the start last year?
Yep.
Before he got injured?
Yeah, because then he did his Achilles and he was out for the whole year.
And even the year before when I was like, I just don't know what AJ provides. Like, yeah, he's a finisher. It's probably one of the best finishers we've ever seen. Not best wingers.
Yep.
Best finishers. But what does he bring to the side? This game cemented it for me.
Mm-hmm.
To get in the passing lane of such a phenomenal attacking side like the Storm.
Yep.
It just stands out. It stands out so highly. It's purely that intercept. Everything else, yeah.
Because that's probably...
Latrell's an absolute gun.
But that intercept is maybe a 50-50 chance. Like
That swings the game completely.
swings the game completely. But you also look on the other hand, like when he is tiptoeing down the sideline and jumps and he's able to plant the foot with half of his body out in the air with the right hand in the corner, like that's a 50-50 chance, bro. You know, if you can get AJ early ball and give him enough space, he's going to nail it.
There aren't many wingers like that. Brian To'o comes to mind.
Well, Hayden, it makes sense because shock to no one, he's going to be the greatest try scorer of all time.
I hope so.
He will be.
I hope for his sake.
He will be, bro. And
Good.
you know what? I want him to stay at the Rabbits.
Surely.
I don't want him to
there
ever
was
leave.
chat he was going to go.
Bennett's tried to move him on a couple of
Bennett
times.
didn't want him.
Who knows?
It must have been, his body must have been right.
Mustn't have.
You wouldn't have been
Mustn't
moving
have.
him on in this form.
Mustn't have, mate. Should we
Give
go
us-
back to the Storm for a little bit?
Yeah, a couple more things. And
Took
then
them
we'll move
50
on.
minutes to force a dropout. 50 minutes to force a dropout. The Melbourne Storm. Then they finally got through their processes. They worked up the field through the ruck. And then what do? Make another error. That was the Storm.
After points.
That was the
too.
Storm.
Was it like
This is-
16 points to nil or something? And then they, something like that, scored 3-4 tries. It was like
And then
done. Or
just took
2
the-
tries in 8
Took
minutes.
the
or
gas
something.
straight off the pedal, bro.
2 tries in 15 minutes or something like that. And it was like, oh, that's it. They're going.
Yeah.
And then error.
This is why I said to you when we did our mid-season review with the Ruck Infringement podcast, shout out to everybody. You can go on YouTube and watch that.
Yes, bonus episode.
Bonus ep. Why they are my surprise packet, because they are not as good as we thought they would be. Everyone said, mate, Melbourne Storm, they're head and shoulders above everybody. They haven't lost everyone. Penrith have lost everyone. They've gained people. And this is why Even them, they're going to be sitting there going, this isn't Storm standard, man.
Yeah. To get the 2 points, though, same as Canberra. You would have liked them to drop it here, especially as a Doggies fan.
That's a good thing about like those teams at the top. They do find ways to win, even when they shouldn't.
Yeah.
So, again, you can be really harsh or you can just turn around and go, you know what? We probably shouldn't have won, but we did. Let's just move.
Yeah. And not too bad. It's the same as, I think, Canberra Tigers.
Yeah.
Similar game. I liked it.
I think so.
Did well.
Yep.
Let's move on to the game of the week. Brisbane Broncos defeated the Cronulla Sharks 34-28. Okay, I've got a lot of notes here, so we'll try and be pretty quick.
We're coming. Oh, yeah.
So this start had a bit of Queensland about it. A lot of cheap penalties, giving the opposition easy field position, led to points. I'm thinking, here we go. At Suncorp, they ran out and looked real confident to the Sharks. They ran out and looked like it's kind of like Shark Park. Speaking to a Sharks fan on the weekend at the Swifts game, Shark Park's kind of the same thing. Amy Park's still got its title and its feeling.
Yeah.
Canberra, same thing. They were saying Shark Park's the same, man. You go there now, teams aren't scared anymore.
Yeah, right.
Same as I think Suncorp. Teams come out and go, we'll smash them by 40 here.
The Sharks like Suncorp, man.
Early, it felt like that too.
They like it there.
So very slow start. Actually, stupid to be frank. The drop ball from Arthurs into no communication. Talakai on the wing.
Yeah.
Try straight away.
Untouched too.
I'm thinking, what the fuck's going on here? Like I'm starting to get frustrated.
Yeah.
And that's one we're just into the game.
Like they've gone backwards already when it just started.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Another poor read from Staggs on the right side. Kennedy in.
Yep.
If you had Wilton as an anytime, you would have been frustrated because he was probably in.
Shit, yeah.
Poor execution on attacking kicks. We kicked dead for 7 tackles. Again, I'm frustrated. It's just building. Perfect for a loss.
You're doing the opposite of building pressure.
Exactly. We still don't look well. We just still don't look put together. Then Katoa gets sin bin on half time.
Oh.
We could see the try with the player down.
Your frustrations must be at an all-time high at that point.
Watching this thinking, I said to the Sharks fan who was there, we're going to get pumped.
Yeah.
It's done. There's 26 minutes to go. 16-point deficit. Broncos never come back from this, especially in the form we're in this year.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. This season, wrong. There wasn't a lot to like in the high standard that us Broncos fans hold of the team. But that ball from Walsh to Shibasaki, absolutely phenomenal.
That was sexy, bro.
For him to hold it too, I'm so glad he held on to it. That started the comeback. We scored 22 points in 18 minutes, then hold on the last 7 minutes to win against the top 4 side. Against a side everyone thinks is going to run away with it, for sure.
Yeah.
That was the most positive thing for me, but something I wanted to bring up as a fan. What I wanted to see after the Stags clinic 2 weeks ago against the Titans is for him to back it up.
Yeah.
You're one of his biggest critics too.
Big time. Yeah.
Always. And it's fair enough. There's always talk about how he fades away, doesn't take as many runs as he should. But at his best, he's a damaging ball runner and can single-handedly lift up a team. Players like Mulatalo comes to mind. Who would you think? Kick out for you guys as well. I think feels a bit... Critter's there, but Critter's more the leader behind the scenes as well.
Herbie for the Dolphins?
That's just easy. Carries the whole side on his back. That's what the Broncos miss.
Yeah.
That centre.
An outside back.
That centre.
Standing
And
up.
for some reason, it's a centre. I don't know why it is. Maybe that left side's a little bit lonely and they just have to carry themselves and everyone gets on the back foot.
Yeah.
On the back of it, sorry. These are his stats. 17 runs for 204 metres, 4 line breaks, 10 tackle breaks. And this, for once, this is against a top 4 team.
17 runs.
That's the thing. And I still thought that wasn't enough. I know for him that's good, but I thought, bro, keep going. Like you had him. They were looking for Stags.
He also loves a Talakai matchup. He loves a Talakai matchup. Someone who's physical.
Yeah.
I think it switches something in his brain and he goes, I can't let them put me on the bitch here. I've got to show them who's the big dog.
There are a few times where he did just run straight at him.
Yeah.
So I see that.
Yeah.
But I think personally, for him, he's seeing the positive effects of the big plays on his teammates, and it looked like he took it upon himself to lead from the front and lift the team. If he can do that most weeks, if he can somehow just flick that switch in Stags,
yeah,
and he could be top 4 centre in the game, and he could lead Broncos into finals. Because that's all you want, finals and consistency.
But the whole reason why I've always been so hard on him, I just think like the work rate is there. He shows it in games like this. You're not versing the Titans, bro.
No.
You're not. You're versing premiership contenders.
And you mentioned how Talakai has a big game coming.
It was impressive. I'm the first to put my hand up when I say, even though I judge him extremely harshly because I have a high standard of him. I think he can be so good.
Right after he re-signs as well.
Right after he re-signs. I think it's good signs, bro. I think if he can... Madge might be really good for him because he can say to him, look, all you need to do is just build a foundation. Each week I want you to have 12 to 13 runs and that's just your foundation because then you still have enough energy to be the Ferrari that's in the garage ready for us when we need to give you the ball.
Yeah.
Like when you need to tackle break, when you need to have 4 line breaks.
You want that run over you and Aitken.
You want that.
Most games. Fair enough, he didn't get it. He didn't really get it. The tackle breaks weren't barnstorming around the throwing players off.
Yeah.
I think you're right with that matchup thing because he did run straight at him a few times. He could have stepped him, palmed him, ran straight, wanted to go over him, didn't get over him.
Who did he verse?
He just kept going.
Who did he verse against the Titans? Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly, he's not small, but he's physical.
He's very physical.
He's physical.
Yeah, he is.
There's a particular matchup that he enjoys, which actually trips me out a little bit because, like in Origin, you'd think that the matchups, but when he did play maybe 2 years ago, he didn't. He was a bit quiet.
That's
maybe he was versing Hammer. Hammer not
just
physical.
Shows the potential, man.
Yeah, I know. If he can put it together, bro.
Latrell out, Stags in.
Plays right.
Link
anyway,
those up.
He plays right.
That's fine. He can play on the left.
Nah.
So Sharks did 2 sneaky plays in this game as well.
Yeah, very nice.
They made sure to not pack the scrum in time.
Yeah.
A few times. There was one that stood out where they were saying, even Cronk was saying, they can't be doing this because they've seen the highlights of Reece Walsh getting one-on-one with his man, stepping and scoring.
Yeah.
So what they would do is make sure they, unfortunately, Hohepa, just running late, going, oh, sorry, boys, sorry. Boom, penalty, set the line. Broncos just have to spread now.
Yeah.
And you can't repack the scrum in that instance too.
Maybe they need to change the rule.
It is. It will come. If they keep doing it specifically against these fast outside backs, I think they will change it.
Fucking good though.
Has to. It's
That's
smart.
a really good manipulation of a rule.
I think Storm would have come up with that. There's no way this. Maybe Craig Fitzgibbon's pretty
Fitz is very smart
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, and they also, Hines purposely falling off the lead runner for the Broncos try to Karapani in the corner.
Loved it.
I'm glad. I think they could have taken it off him a little bit for the little ankle tap. As he turned, there was a tiny tap of the ankle, but he did stand there with his hands up and be like, bro, I didn't run into him.
See,
so I like that.
In that instance, I think Nikota was more impeded than Hines.
Okay.
I think if Hines... Look,
but he still misses
does
him
Hines get him?
Try,
does Hines get him anyway?
No.
Probably not.
I don't think so.
I think Ezra's pretty strong. He probably would have bumped him. He loves a right-hand palm. Like, I don't think it would have made a difference, but they did exploit Nico a fair few times, man. Fair few times in defence.
Late.
They capitalised on so many Sharks errors, both. I think it was 13-6, the error count. Sharks' way, obviously. They made more.
Yeah. Second half. Mainly second half.
I think the biggest thing for the Broncos, we may as well stick on them while we're there. What I quite liked is they didn't overcomplicate things when they had momentum. Yeah, all right, Reece threw a nice 2-man cutout to start, but they just simplified, bro. Through the ruck, nice simple tries. Like there was nothing, they didn't overplay their hand. Reece went back to, all right, I don't need to push the pass. I'm just going to run myself.
Yeah.
Had that half gap where and then that was the try that won it for you.
Got through Karapani. Shibasaki, sorry.
Or Shibasaki on the left there.
Huge fan of Karapani too.
I think he's what you need in that back line, actually.
It cemented it towards the end. Sione Katoa. There were a couple things towards the end on the right side of the field. 5 minutes to go. Sione gets the ball, stands still at the back of shape, stands everyone still, few slip in front of him, kicks in behind. No one's there. No one chasing. Karapani looks at him, gets on his bike, gets there, flicks it out.
Yeah.
Twice. And then
he's a different type of player.
Katoa gets it out of shape, one-on-one with Karapani, tries to run over him, pumps him.
Yeah.
That's the difference. Unfortunately, I don't want to name any names, but the players we've had there in the past.
Let's just look at the characteristics.
The players we've had there in the past.
Yeah.
Adrian, that's a try and we lose that game.
Yeah. The characteristics are he's physical, he's strong, he looks like he's pretty built.
He's big.
Might be good in contact.
A little bit lazier. It's not even about the intent. It's just a little bit of laziness to not want to get there.
But it's just not being alert, bro. You need to be on.
Karapani reminds me of Quamer.
Yeah,
The way he runs.
Yeah.
Very, very like Quamer and Jamie mixed. It's like arms and knees and stuff everywhere.
Yeah. But it's all effort. It's all effort.
He will not lose that wing spot.
Nah.
He's done. It's
what
done.
you need. It's what you need on that wing, bro. I think you needed a little bit of solidarity.
Bit of toiler.
Yeah, bit of toiler.
Get in there and do your job.
But if Stags isn't stepping up, you may lack something. You may.
You think so still?
You may lack.
In the backs?
Yeah, in the backs.
We don't have a lot of talent.
You've got Cobbo.
Arthur's?
But I'm saying Arthur's on the wing. Like, just I think if you just need one of your centers to be stepping up. Shibasaki's not that guy.
But also, you've got Like, you've already got Reece Walsh to stand up.
Yeah,
Ezra
but
Mann.
what if Reece isn't having a good game?
Reece and Ezra. You've got Ezra.
Yeah, I know.
How many good players do you need?
I know you have good players, but I'm just saying, like, if you need someone to pull something and it's not Ezra, let's say for some reason it's not Ezra and it's not Reece, I feel like you need another attacking
Maybe
weapon.
that's why they've talked to Stags and like you're our way in.
Yeah.
You're our way into good attacking footy. You're our way into momentum.
And I think the way that Stags needs to be involved in the game to be able to capitalise later in the game.
Yeah, enough on the Broncos.
Enough on the Broncos.
Little tiny bit about Sharks. I don't have much on them and I want to move on because we don't have a lot of time left.
Yeah.
Brayley's running game was on.
It was.
Very good. Good
Yep.
try around the ruck. Looks like he looked up to the coach's box when he scored his try. I think there must be a little bet going on or something because he comes out and goes, what? 28, I think it was 28 games, no try. He's on a drought. It's not really that much, I don't think.
Must have
but
been a
maybe
wager
would
on
be.
it. Must have been a
There had
wager
to be
on it.
something because he straight
Surely.
up. Looked really good.
Yeah.
Made the error right at the end for them to not win. So I love that.
Yeah, look, they are 75% completion rate in comparison to the 85 from Broncos.
Yeah.
Like I said to you before, 13 errors to the Broncos 6. They capitulated. And I think some of their poor defensive decisions from their right edge, that was their demise, bro. Extremely disappointing. If you're the Sharks,
Yeah.
that's a bed shit.
I never thought Broncos would win this game.
No, that's a bed shit.
Not like
And I
this.
don't care how good you played in the first half with your, they had some nice set plays, late pop up to Hines from Trindle.
Mate, the
Trindle
line
was
breaks.
good.
I don't know why I didn't look at the line breaks.
Yeah.
It would have been line break central.
Yeah.
The quarter.
They won the ruck. The forwards were rolling in the middle. And they just
Trindle was on.
went away from everything. Everything.
They dropped the ball a lot. Yeah.
Mate,
A lot of errors. Too many errors.
It looked like a very, it's bad to say, but a very weak-minded team.
Yeah.
As soon as it went down,
They're
we
emotional.
We said it's a confidence-based team. I reckon it would have been about 10 weeks ago.
They still are.
They still are. Because you get 1 week, bro, and those boys start chirping.
See the emotion versus the emotion. See what happens.
Yeah.
Both teams are pretty emotional. Little shout out before we move on. Hohepa Puru.
Poodoo.
Star of the future for sure.
Fucking oath.
Such a gun. He's
Yeah.
not young too.
No,
He's
he's
not
maybe
young.
26 by
Still
now.
gun. First play. Broncos try and kick him behind.
Yeah.
Taps it with his foot. Just picks it up.
Yeah.
Runs. Starts to run. It's just so classy.
Let's move on.
Move on. Sydney Roosters defeated the North Queensland Cowboys 42-8. We won't
course
have
they
much on this. Pure domination. 18 offloads for the Roosters, leading to so many good attacking highlights in this game.
Yeah.
Brilliant support play. It's pretty tough to pick out a shining light in this one,
Is it?
mainly because the whole team shone brightly as a unit.
They definitely did.
It's pretty hard to say specifics because if you pick one out, you're probably missing 4.
Yep.
And then you pick 5 out, you're probably missing a few more.
There was, we could sit here all day and talk about how good all of them were.
I'll give you something that was bad. 16 errors and 45 missed tackles with 67% completion rate. Cowboys.
That's dismal, bro. That's absolutely dismal. That is not good, bro. You know what I think? To add to that, kicking a dog while they're down,
Yeah.
we may as well.
Yep.
They bombed chances. And I just think their contact wasn't up to standard.
Yes,
it looked
100%.
like they weren't ready for a dog fight, and they were just outclassed, bro.
I agree.
They
It's when
absolutely
everything's
got
going like
rolled.
the Knights game, when the ball was bouncing to them,
Yeah,
Roosters were just Harlem Globetrotters,
Yeah.
throwing the ball around, all creative stuff. It was fun. Like they don't play like this all the time.
They're-
Broncos beat this team by 50 round 1. They
they're a
won't
good.
do that again.
They're a good front foot footy team.
Oh yeah, most teams are at the moment too. Your bit
Yeah.
of confidence drops in your defense. They're all falling off everything.
Yeah,
Didn't Anai play this one?
he did,
Well,
but they were
that's
blown off the
issue.
park, mate. Their best was
Nanai
Cohen Hess.
didn't.
I think Cohen Hess was the only one who actually had a bit of emotion,
And that's the worst.
bit of a
bit.
dig, aggressiveness. He was
When
the
he's
only
leading
one.
you.
I don't have much on the Cowboys.
I don't
to be
either.
honest with
And
you,
I
man.
don't really have much on Roosters because like complete domination. But something I wanted to bring up before we move on to the Roosters. The talk of Todd Payton being under pressure if they lose against the Titans in the next few games.
Nah.
I disagree completely.
Nah.
The way the competition is right now, no coach should be under pressure this season.
Yeah.
I think. I don't care who it is. Titans, Knights, Broncos,
Knights
Sharks.
would have been, but they've had a good couple of weeks. I don't think anymore.
That's what I'm saying. From now, the way the games have been going
Yeah.
and the unpredictability, that no coach, let alone any players, should be under threat.
Yeah.
You go towards the end of the season, you do a review, and you see why you did how you did when it ends up after 27 rounds.
Yeah. We like the end of year review into end of year decisions.
Because if it happens
Moving
with
on.
last place and 8th position is like four points
Des?
apart towards the end,
What about Des?
it doesn't matter. They have had shining lights this year too. They've had really good games.
They also don't have one of their best superstars on the field.
That's the thing. There are so
Yeah.
many things there.
There's a lot of different
There are a lot of variables. There are variables. I just think the games are too tight. Teams are too inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
And right now it's a tight competition. Yes, certain teams aren't playing to their potential, but it's just sporadic this season. There's no certain set. So to say a coach is going to lose this is just fucking media bullshit.
Yeah,
It
bro.
is.
It's Mayo.
It pisses me off.
It's Mayo, baby.
It pisses me off so much. The
Mayo.
way they bring it, and they do it in commentary at a perfect time too.
Yeah.
Right at the end of the game when they lose a bad game. Cowboys are in my 8 and they're still there. Now I'm going to back them.
Yeah, but Hayden, how many times do we sit here and if one of our best videos is us actually talking shit? It's just the way the world works, bro.
So frustrating, isn't
Being negative sells more papers, gets
it?
more clicks.
We're not negative, are we?
Nah, our glazing gets us.
Yeah.
I love a glaze. Holy glaze.
I don't think Glaze. Shout out to Krispy Kreme's, my 30th.
Oh, yum.
Yeah, so no coach. You're on the bandwagon as well. No
Yeah,
coach
yeah,
should
no
lose
coach.
it
I
this
don't think
season.
so. Nah, not anymore. Knights would have been my pick, but that would have been maybe 5 weeks ago.
A couple more losses for Seabold.
Nah,
Same.
nah.
Same. They're calling
Cherry
it, man.
Evans is a big fucking big factor there.
Have you heard that Ennis got asked to be signed in 2028? He said no. Because, which the Hello Sport boys they're not thinking about it forward thinking. So Ennis is under Seabold right now. Why would you agree to take the job off to the guy above you right now? He's probably going to sack you off till then. You need a job. You probably like what you're doing and working with the players you're working with.
If you're happy, why would you change
sign
anything?
it then? He
Yeah.
goes, I'll entertain it in 2027 to coach them because Seabold wants to go into the upper management, like the director of football there.
Really? Chair
Yeah.
check.
I know.
Chair check.
CC.
Chair check.
All right, go on this one and we'll move on.
Woosters offloads, physical defense, first contact, line speed, fundamentals.
Gun.
Tick, 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 tick. Who is the perfect representation of that?
Teddy.
James Tedesco. And there's a young guy. Played 80 minutes on the weekend, Hayden. Wears orange boots. He's one of your favourite. Fouquetti.
I love him.
Absolute machine.
That start, man, he's such a good player. I think he's better than I thought he was in preseason.
Bro, played 13, played 80 minutes. They're not worried if Radley needs to medically
He makes me
require.
smile, mate.
Yeah.
He just makes me smile. He's such a good player.
He is a very, very, very talented young man. Very talented. Very talented.
Big future there.
Big time, bro. He is honestly a future superstar.
Love it.
He's a future
Clip
superstar.
that
Billy
up.
Smith.
Clip that up.
Billy Smith finally came out and scored a couple of tries. What did I like, Hayden? Defensive efforts.
Yeah.
Defensive efforts.
Huge.
They
Fair enough against Braden Burns and
Very true. Bit of a
Levi.
mismatch there, but you got to be good enough to capitalize, bro.
True.
It took them 20 minutes in the second half to actually not complete a set. So for the first 20, they were faultless.
Yep.
I really like their ruthless attitude. They did not take a backward step. They even saved tries 38-4 up. Mr. James Tedesco.
Love it. It's perfect. It's perfect for the Blues.
This
Change it in game 3.
Yeah, Latrell out, Teddy center.
No, Teddy in.
Dylan Edwards left
Teddy in.
center.
Edwards out.
Someone else moved. I don't know.
Edwards out.
Let's move.
Yeah, move on.
Well done.
All right, Roosies, you're really good.
Marky Mark. Fuck
Sorry, the
me.
prof.
Fuck me.
The prof.
Yeah. Up the prof. Up the riff.
I think right now, I've got it here. I'll go to it in a sec. Parramatta Eels, last game of the week, defeated the Gold Coast Titans 36-20. What a huge lift this is right now too. How to sum up this game? Joey Lussick, Burrows at the line and scored straight through RCG and Jolliffe. 5 minutes later, Brimson drops an uncontested bomb for Geimer. Kick it forward, scoop it up, run away to score.
I like Geimer.
And that sums up the type of game you're having for the Titans.
Yep. Is it? And then
It's just unfortunate. If you're watching us, I'm shrugging my shoulders.
And then Kieran Foran comes out with a direct masterclass again and hits Jolliffe through to score points.
What a gun.
They started with
That's
field
how they
position.
started.
They had errors. It's ill-disciplined.
It's just Titans footy.
It's shaky.
Campbell went down though. I think
Campbell
the
did go.
points they've got there from Campbell probably
So
wins
get
in this
this.
game. I
Campbell
think.
gets sent for a HIA,
Yeah.
but from the the independent doctor, is deemed category 1, then passes his HIA. Yeah.
I think that can happen though.
Yes.
Yeah, it can happen because if you show signs
now-
of category 1,
He's passed his HIA, but is now in the 11-day stand down protocol. Even though he suffered no, he showed signs of a concussion.
but we're not doing.
when tested.
But we're not doing
showed
brain
ne-
scans.
showed none?
We're not doing brain scans. We're doing.
Surely in the 11-day protocol they're doing a brain scan, right?
Nah.
Surely.
For like no.
What?
No, you'd see it's player feeling. It works on player feelings. It's not it's nothing to do with scans and stuff.
Why
that's
not?
long term.
Yeah, but what?
No, that's long term, man. These little if they're
Surely-
scanning for
no,
every
no.
concussion, bro.
Surely there has to be some sort of test they
You
do.
can't-
You
no,
can't.
there'd
Scan.
be a test,
Mate, are you
but not a-
okay?
not a-
No, I'm sweet. No worries.
Yeah, but you'd work out there are little things of like nuances about how you feel, how you sleep. Like Boyd Cordner talks about it. They're not scanning your brain every. Bro, if they scanned your brain every HIA, you'd probably be scared to look at the
Probably be healthy.
response. You'd probably be scared to look at the feedback.
Yeah, I suppose. I do suppose.
They're running straight at each other every game.
Yeah, I know.
Being a front row right now, I wouldn't want to look at a brain scan.
Nah. Yeah, I
Shout out James
suppose.
Graham.
Yeah, I know.
Although we need to talk about Chris Reece Walsh Randall.
What a guy.
Gets a ball off a nice hole.
Yeah.
Right foot step, or off Iongi as well to score. How nice. Bro,
Look,
he's been a surprise backup for me this year.
how he is playing at an edge,
Second row.
I have no idea.
I reckon he's one of the world's good blokes too.
One of the world's good blokes,
world's
not
good
just
blokes.
Gold Coast.
No, one of the world's.
One of the world's.
Well, Gold Coast is really good.
Well, I'd love to meet him then.
Sounds like a really good bloke, and he's actually he's what 14, 9, if that. He's not a second rower, but mate, he is the shining light. He's the Cohen Hess of this game.
He was lucky to even get a shout in the top 30 a couple of years ago for the Knights, let alone
well done to him.
starting on an
Seriously,
edge.
he's been the shining light most weeks.
Well,
Shining nights most weeks.
a shining knight from Newcastle to the Titans.
See?
Well, it'll be him and Curtis Moran fucking battling for hardest worker next year anyway. So
Hectic. That'd be so
Good for them.
That's
Good for
Dal
them.
Finucane and who was the other one down there that was with him?
Kit McInnes.
Yeah, Dal Finucane McInnes.
Yeah,
That's who they are.
they'll be punching
In
on.
about 10
and
years.
I'm fucking tougher than you, mate. I can run all day.
CC.
Titans cashed in on ill discipline from Parramatta. They had a lot of ball on Para's line as well. Feel like they really lacked in the goal kicking department.
Yeah.
Bo Firma had to step in there.
Didn't look very fluent, did he?
I can tell you now, I think you would look more fluent with your left foot, bro.
Left foot. No. Right foot probably. Left foot. I don't know. That's bad. He did not look that good though, did he?
No.
He looked like he was getting nearly injured every time he kicked it.
Literally looked like he was going to pull a hammy.
Actually listening to the 167 podcast
Mm-hmm.
and they were saying that Jerome Hughes was supposed to be a kicker for their team. Yeah, he's a kicker too. But one time he kicked and he tore his quad. So he stopped kicking from then on. So he's actually a kicker as well.
That would be nice.
Because they were talking about Meaney got injured. That's why Pappy started. And then when Meaney was back to kicking, he felt awkward how they were going to communicate about who was going to kick next. And they went, nah, you're playing good. Pappy, you're kicking a good percentage. You take
Just
it.
keep kicking.
That's why he kept kicking. Yeah. Because
Well,
Meaney's there. Meaney's a good kicker too.
Meany is good.
Strikes it well.
Meany is good.
Back
Mate,
to the Storm.
back to the Storm. I mean, the Titans, they started to use their pace around the ruck. What a quick ruck, Harry Grant. Ooh, definitely not. Mate, that was so fucking Titans, that game, honestly.
Yeah.
Back and forth.
They'd be the most frustrating team to support. They'd have to be.
Yeah,
And you've got
them-
Knights in the comp too.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm
I
a
know.
Broncos fan. It's even worse.
I honestly don't
They'd
know.
have to be the worst team to support in the comp.
that
just hands
game,
down.
like their game to watch was a push. To sit here and talk about them
It's even
is
worse.
a bigger push.
All right, let's go to the team who won. Parramatta Eels. Iongi. He's a shoe-in for Rookie of the Year now.
Wow.
21 runs, 178 metres, 3 try assists, 1 line break assist.
This was his best game.
Him and Marky Mark, I think it's neck and neck. It's neck and neck. And I still think Iongi might pip him.
Mr. Hamstrings is upsetting.
Mate, it's sad. I'm sad every week. You keep bringing it up and I'm just getting a tear to my eye.
Tear to my eye.
Mr. Hot Tamale.
I know.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I know.
Iongi, he's got to be him, Marky Mark, closely followed by the one-eyed Wise fans. Apologies.
Lekker.
Lekker and Vaimunga.
Yeah.
They keep saying Vaimunga's in front. I was like, come on, man.
It's Lekker.
Plays off the bench.
It's Lekker.
Halassim is actually a gun. His hair looks hectic too. So
Yeah.
it's them 3. Lekker, Iongi, maybe Toya too. Keep
Maybe
going.
Toya. Let's push.
That's another chat.
Let's push.
But those stats, incredible.
Yeah, Parramatta, bro. I think Iongi is the beneficiary of this team going well, mate. They do. The thing I like about them is their little interchange of passing through the forwards, and they don't overcomplicate things. Especially in this game, Dean Hawkins had a very good kicking game.
Yep.
Very good game for him. I think that's again.
Dean Johns.
You had Iongi with one of his best games that I've ever seen. That was by far Dean Hawkins' best game that I've ever seen. By far.
Well, 21 runs, 178 metres, 3 try assists.
Yeah.
That's similar to Chance, like we said in the losing team.
Yeah, I know. And
See the difference.
Yeah, and he did he single-handedly pull them back because they were it was 18-16 at half time.
It's close.
Very close.
It was setting up for a Titans comeback.
Yeah.
As usual.
The script
Another
was
40
written.
points in the second half.
The script was written and they scrunched it up and threw it out. I mean,
They burnt it.
Not following that.
Cremated.
Not following it.
Yep.
They did well, bro. They played at a different pace as well. I felt like they really controlled the pace of the game And that for the Parramatta Eels, they haven't been able to do that, especially without Mitch Moses this year.
Yeah.
So that is their...
It's a huge loss.
And Josh Papali. Joash Papali. He just fit in. He just did his role.
I thought he'd look small and he'd just get run over.
Yeah.
Didn't happen.
No.
I didn't look at him and go, they're just going to go there all night. They're going to Brody Croft him.
But I think it's similar to like when you look at Dylan Walker in the middle. You look at him, you're like, you're small, bro. You're going to get rolled.
Nah,
Never does.
Walker's a gun.
Never does. Great injection of hole running and kick pressure as well. That bloke.
Yeah.
All energy.
Especially with like Riley Smith going down too.
Yeah.
The energy needs to come from somewhere.
That's what I mean.
When you're by yourself, it's him.
Yeah.
That's all him.
Parramatta, well done.
Good work.
Well done.
We didn't pick you and you won, so maybe we should do that most weeks. You pick Titans and I'll go the other way.
Nah.
Same as Dolphins.
No thanks.
Mez, round 17 tips. Thursday, 26th of June, 7:50. Panthers, Bulldogs, Combank.
What a game.
I don't think it's going to be that good. You're gonna beat them. It's doggies. It's doggies by
Doggies.
14.
Doggies by 12.
Okay. Friday, 6 p.m. Manly, West Tigers. Big game for Manly.
This is
This
a
could be
game.
Tigers.
This is a game that screams Tigers for
Well,
me.
it's looking like Lee High back, obviously,
Against
against the Tigers at the back with Turbo to centres. That'd
Manly.
be huge.
Manly.
Seriously, with that, I go Manly too.
Yeah, me too.
DCE kicking clinic.
Just line up.
Yep. Okay, another good matchup. Knights, Raiders. McDonald Jones. I think Raiders come back and smash them in the forwards, but still I think Knights could give them a challenge.
A challenge?
About 30%, I want to say. Usually it would be a 10%.
Knights' defense is really good, I got to say.
But
I
Canberra's
think it'll be
got a roll
tight,
on.
man. I think it'll be tight. I think
You think
Canberra
so?
won to 12. Yeah.
In Newcastle.
I think it'll be tight.
Okay.
And low scoring.
Yeah. Saturday, 3 p.m. Broncos, Warriors.
Wow.
Another good time to be versing this team. Sharks last week, perfect. Into Warriors off a loss. I just think we could get them energy-wise. Not talent-wise, although we have a lot of talent. We're favourites.
That's
Is
crazy.
Metcalf injured? Possibly again. Why? Maybe go Chanel
Apparently
to
no
Martin.
injury. No injury, just bad cork.
You can't run with that, bro. I'm telling you.
I
You
know.
can't. You can't.
That
I can't
compression sleeve
believe
ain't
that's
going to
what
do
it
miracles,
was.
bro.
That's not going to do anything, bro. You need to be, maybe get massaged every day.
Who knows, man?
Take heaps of magnesium. But yeah, it's a bruise, man. It's
I'm going to
basically a bruise.
go...
I'm going Broncos, obviously.
I'm going to go the Warriors.
Thanks. 5:30 Saturday, Dragons, Eels. Oh, come on, Dragons. Come on, Dragons.
Also, sorry, I just forgot to mention it's my wedding anniversary on the 26th of June. Oh, sorry, not wedding anniversary. It's my relationship anniversary.
Do you still celebrate those?
Hold on.
I don't
I was just
celebrate
thinking,
those.
I'm like, do I even celebrate that?
No.
No, I don't. Sorry to my wife. You will remain unknown and unnamed. Where were we, bro? Dragons, Eels?
Win Stadium.
Fucking Dragons, I guess.
I'm going to go Dragons. Come on, you can do this.
Flip of the coin, man.
Yeah. This
Flip
could
of the
play
coin.
Eels into form. The game that they had into this, they could be flying. I can't believe I'm saying that after Mitch Moses is not. And
Dylan
they had
Brown's
no
back.
Dylan Brown and Mitch Moses. Seriously, how the hell did they even win?
Oh, I don't know.
And they beat the Titans,
Fucking Titans,
flying.
man. It's the
They
Titans.
pumped Manly. Oh, seriously.
Don't even talk to me about the
What the
Titans.
hell's going on? So you're going to go, we're going.
I'm just going to go to Dragons.
Yeah, I'm going Dragons too. Dolphins, Rabbitohs, 7:50. Suncorp.
I want to see the team list for this one.
Yeah.
I think I might...
Initial thoughts are Rabbits.
Same. Rabbits are 16th. Rabbits.
Come on, Rabbits.
Rabbits.
At $2.47. Oh, Storm Sharks. Who's written these scripts? Amy Park, Storm Sharks. Sharks can come and win this game. Sharks can win this 13 plus.
I'm too scarred from
Same.
tipping the Sharks
I'm going
last
Storm,
week.
but Sharks can win this for sure.
They definitely can. And
If
it
they-
wouldn't surprise
if
me.
they win,
If they play
seriously,
80.
Bellamy's going to be blowing. This would be sick.
But then doesn't this
Storm
also
have to win,
Bro,
bro.
I can see that going on at one or two ways. Like Sharks just win in a tight one.
Yeah.
Or Storm fucking obliterate them.
I hope they do. Just to put Sharks in their
2
place.
p.m. Sunday, Amy Park.
Hopefully nice weather.
They have
Sun's
put,
out.
didn't they put on like 150 points in the first 3 games in a day game?
Storm.
Storm.
This last game of the week. Titans, Cowboys. Gold Coast.
Ugh.
This is the one.
Cowboys. I can't
Campbell's
go
out-
the Titans,
If
man.
Campbell's out, yeah, I'm going Cowboys too. Bounce back, Nanai, Dearden.
I just can't go the Titans. That's all.
Fair enough. Roosters on the bye, well deserved as well.
Roosters.
If you haven't already, please follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Like us on Facebook, subscribe and watch us on YouTube. Also, feel free to leave a 5-star rating on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. If you're in Brisbane for Game 3, Origin night, 9th of July, the decider, head to our Instagram, follow the prompts, enter our Caxton Street Brewing Co. watch party giveaway.
And it's at Brisbane, not Bisbane.
Brisbane?
For anyone wondering.
Brisbane.
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 It's
Roosters.
in Brisbane.
In the
Caxton
Roosters.
Street. the spot
Adrian,
to be.
I hope you win in life.
Okay.
I hope you win tonight.
Yes.
And I hope you have a very successful week.
I hope you have a very successful week, and I hope you also win in life.
Thank you, mate. Mainly tonight, but then in life after that.
Just in general, bro.
Love you, bro.
Love you, bye.